Wendell on D. It's a 5-point game. And Butler, here we go. Here's Henderson. It's hauled in by Gordon. Here's Fournier. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington. Here's Roberts. And a missed layup.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Heat made some terrific plays. He had 9 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night, Steve, and he didn't disappoint him.
No, he didn't. In fact, he did everything they asked of him and more. And I think he really enjoys being that go-to guy for them.
Yeah, I think he relishes that because he knows he's capable of doing it. He's had some performances that have fortified his confidence in that role. So he's in a good place right now. 5
on the clock. About that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Oladipo.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that
McDermott. And the Bulls making a change here. McDermott's checked in. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Henderson. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Henderson's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls.
Now, they've been solid defensively, maybe a little fortunate at times when teams have had off nights. Pretty solid defense.
Here's Roberts, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. The pass to Fournier. He kicks to Roberts. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
It's still early on, Kevin, in this new basketball season for Chicago. Here's where they stand in the NBA ranking. First in field goal percentage. First in lowest turnovers a game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
And he makes both free throws. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rose kicks to Gasol. McDermott dishes to Henderson. Rose passes to McDermott. Feeds it to Henderson. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked. And they get it back. Here's Gasol. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. So we'll see Nikola Mirotic go to the line here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Magic making a switch here. Harris is checked in. The Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
At the line for the Bulls, 1 shot.
That one misses for Mirotic. The Magic trail by 5. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. And he gets it to go.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rose passes to Henderson. There's the dish to Mirotic. Shoots a fader, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Bulls lead by 5. And it's Orlando's ball. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Gordon can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Kicks it to Gasol. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Back a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bring it down hard, my brother.
Yes,
Now, here's Oladipo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington.
Yeah, not to mention 4 big steals on the night. He was getting it done at both ends of the floor.
Here's Vucevic. Clock at 4. Tries to save it. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. Tony Snell comes in for Money. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Orlando. Payton comes in for Fournier. .132 left to play in the first half. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Harris. The Bulls have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Heinrich kicks to Snell. Here's Gasol. Orlando grabs the miss.
Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Oladipo dishes to Payton. Back to Oladipo. Payton against Heinrich. Payton drives in, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
no doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jump shot, too, so they're really doing a nice job offensively.
And the first one drops. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. He hits both from the stripe.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
Clearly, and they've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it here in the second quarter.
Heinrich kicks to Gibson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Gibson. The Magic trail by 5. Payton outside. Pass to Oladipo. There's a good screen. There's the feed to Payton. Pass to Oladipo. Clock at 6. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Oladipo's got 8.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Heinrich kicks to Gibson. Butler on the wing. Heinrich up top, covered by Payton. The shot by Heinrich no good. Oladipo with the ball. 8 points for him. Count that one. He's got 8.
Assisted, Victor.
Now Heinrich. Here's Butler. Shot is off. And the first half ends in a close one. It's Chicago. They're up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, a competitive battle out here for you tonight. What's been the mindset for you and this team during the first half?
Just want to come out and not aggressive and just play hard on defense, getting stops. They're a great team, so they're not going to quit. They're going to keep playing. We just have to keep getting stops and keep believing that we can win this game, and good things will happen again.
Nick, thank you. We appreciate it. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. We worked well together on D. I'll give us that much. Keep up the energy at that end. And I'm taking the shackles off of you offensively. Let's open this up. Get the ball up the court as quickly as possible and see if they can keep up with us. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.